I finally finished designing my dungeon tiles and they turned out even better than I could have hoped for. I'm DM Daniel, I make D&D props and I give the designs away for free. Not out of kindness, but because even I'm not sure what my true goals are. When I set out to create my own dungeon tile system, I had 4 rules. They must print upright for the best detail. 2, no supports, no glue, ever. 3, they had to be versatile and easy to use, and above all, they needed to be durable and practical. In my last video, I showed the evolution of the design and how I solved the first 3 requirements. The solution? Each tile is just 1/2 of a pair, so when assembled, it's double-sided. That means half the storage, half the magnets, and each side is thick enough to print upright. Thanks to the push-fit system, they also snap together without glue. That solved the first 3 criteria, but durability was still an issue. The push-fit system just wouldn't cooperate. Every attempt ended in one of 2 ways. So tight they broke going together, or you couldn't pry them apart once they were assembled, or so loose they fell apart if you so much as sneezed near them. So I explored alternatives. My first idea was a threaded screw system, and it worked brilliantly, probably the strongest connection I could ever make. The catch? It required printing the tiles flat, breaking rule number 1. And there were also some other issues which conflicted with both rule number 2 and 3. Next, I tried a twist lock system, each half with an arm that twisted into a cavity on the other, but it ran into the same issues as the push fit. It was either too tight so the arms would snap, or too loose so the halves wouldn't hold together. So I analyzed the functions that this system needed to fulfill. It needed a guide rail to align the 2 halves with each other, a locking mechanism to hold them in place once they've done so, and a second locking system that will keep them from coming apart. That's a lot of functions to place on such a thin piece of plastic. So I delegated the jobs that needed to be done. I added convex spheres to the tile corners with matching concave sockets on the opposite half. Once aligned, they prevent further twisting. And offloading that job from the arms let me make the arms much thicker and sturdier. Now, when you twist the halves together, the arms align and pull them tight, while the offset spheres push them apart. These opposing forces balance out, locking the tiles securely in place. It did take several iterations to fine-tune it, and I haven't been able to fully stress test it yet, but I've got a really good feeling about this one. It's durable, practical, easy to use, it prints upright without supports, and needs no glue to assemble. Once I've finished stress testing, I'll start adding the different terrain tiles, and in a few weeks, we should be ready for launch. When that day comes, the 3D files will be free to download, or you can grab printed sets from my Etsy store. If you want to be notified about the release, you can follow this channel or join my Patreon as a free member. And now that the tiles are done, I can finally return to my mysterious plans, which definitely don't involve world domination. Probably.